October 12, 1943, 05:47 hours, Bougainville Island. Corporal Danny Kowalski crouched in the mud beneath a fallen mahogany tree, watching Japanese snipers pick off Marines from concealed positions across the ridgeline. The morning air hung thick with cordite and jungle rot. Mosquitoes droned against his neck. His Springfield rifle lay beside him, standard issue, regulation perfect, and completely useless for what he planned to do. Kowalski had grown up hunting white-tailed deer in the forests of northern Wisconsin. His father ran a small grocery store. His mother taught at the local school. Danny learned to shoot with his grandfather's ancient Winchester lever-action, the kind of rifle serious hunters called obsolete. Too slow, too awkward, too civilian. When he enlisted in the Marines after Pearl Harbor, the drill instructors issued him a bolt-action Springfield M1903, military precision, 5-round internal magazine, manual operation between shots. The weapon every Marine sniper carried. Kowalski qualified expert marksman, hit targets at regulation distances, followed procedure perfectly. But procedure was failing on Bougainville. The Japanese had positioned snipers in the triple canopy jungle using tactics American doctrine didn't anticipate. They fired single shots from concealed positions, then immediately relocated before counter-sniper fire could find them. The bolt-action Springfield required precious seconds between shots to work the action manually, seconds the Japanese used to disappear. In 3 days of fighting, Marine snipers had killed 6 Japanese shooters while losing 11 of their own. The Japanese snipers moved like ghosts, shot once, vanished, reappeared elsewhere. The bolt-action rifles couldn't deliver rapid follow-up shots to capitalize on brief target exposure. Silence stretched across the ridgeline. Kowalski had shipped a different rifle to the Pacific, something the other Marines called his mail-order gun, a Winchester Model 1895 lever-action rifle chambered in .30-06, the same cartridge as the military Springfield. Not regulation, not approved, not what serious snipers carried. But it held 8 rounds in a box magazine and could fire as fast as he could work the lever. The rifle had belonged to his grandfather, who'd carried it through France in 1918. The old man had it rebarreled for the modern .30-06 cartridge and fitted with a scope mount before shipping it to Kowalski through unofficial channels. Military mail sensors missed it in a crate of farming equipment. The other snipers mocked it, called it a cowboy gun, said lever actions were for Hollywood westerns, not serious warfare. The bolt-action Springfield was proven, military standard, professional. Kowalski's squad leader, Sergeant Mike Torres, had seen enough Marines die to care less about regulations than results. He told Kowalski to use whatever rifle worked. If the lever action kept him alive and killed Japanese, that was military enough. On October 12th, Kowalski got his chance to prove it. The morning attack started at 6:30. 2 companies of Marines advanced up the ridgeline into overlapping fields of Japanese sniper fire. The enemy shooters were positioned in elevated hides, camouflaged positions offering clear shots down the American advance routes. Within minutes, 3 Marines dropped with headshots, clean kills from concealed positions. The Japanese snipers were professionals, experienced marksmen who'd been fighting in China for years. They knew their business.
Kowalski identified muzzle flash from a position roughly 300 yards northeast. A Japanese sniper firing from a platform built into the fork of a massive tree. The shooter fired once, killing a Marine radio operator, then ducked below the tree line. Standard counter-sniper doctrine called for bracketing fire. Estimate the position, fire 1 shot to confirm range and wind, adjust, fire a second shot for effect. With a bolt-action rifle, That process took 12 to 15 seconds. Kowalski tried something different. He aimed where he'd seen the muzzle flash and fired immediately. The first shot splintered bark 2 feet left of the target. Without taking his eye from the scope, Kowalski worked the lever action, chambering a fresh round in less than 1 second. His second shot struck the tree trunk 6 inches right of center. The Japanese sniper, thinking he was safe after the first miss, rose to change position. Kowalski's third shot, fired 3 seconds after the first, caught the sniper's center mass. The man fell from the tree platform, crashed through branches, hit the jungle floor with a wet thud that carried across the ridgeline. 1 down. Time elapsed 4 seconds. Then something unexpected happened. A second Japanese sniper, positioned 30 yards from the first, fired at Kowalski's muzzle flash. The round snapped past Kowalski's ear, close enough to feel the pressure wave. The shooter was good, had tracked Kowalski's position immediately. But Kowalski was already moving. The lever action allowed him to maintain his sight picture while working the action. He swung the rifle left, acquired the second sniper's muzzle flash, fired. Miss. Work the lever. Fire again. Hit. The second sniper tumbled from his position. 2 kills in 8 seconds. The other Marines watched in stunned silence. The engagement wasn't finished. Japanese snipers operated in teams of 3 to 5 shooters positioned to provide mutual support. When the first 2 died, the remaining shooters opened fire simultaneously from multiple positions. Coordinated fire designed to overwhelm American counter-sniper response. 4 muzzle flashes erupted from concealed positions across a 100-yard front. 4 Japanese snipers firing at the Marines caught in the open. With bolt-action rifles, American snipers could engage 1 target, work the action, aim at a second target while the other 3 continued killing Marines. Kowalski engaged all 4. He worked from left to right across the enemy line. Fire, work the lever, acquire new target, fire, work the lever, acquire, fire. The lever action cycled faster than he could precisely aim, but the rapid fire created suppressive effect. The Japanese snipers found themselves under immediate, sustained fire from a single position. 3 hits in 12 shots. 2 Japanese snipers killed outright. 1 wounded, retreating. The 4th sniper broke contact, abandoned his position, fled deeper into the jungle. The ridgeline fell quiet. In 40 seconds of shooting, Kowalski had eliminated 5 Japanese sniper positions that had been killing Marines for 3 days. The lever-action rifle's rapid-fire capability had disrupted coordinated enemy tactics no bolt action could counter. Sergeant Torres crawled to Kowalski's position. "What the hell was that?" "Lever gun," Kowalski replied, ejecting spent cartridges. "Works the lever faster than a bolt." "No shit! Why doesn't everyone carry one?" "Not regulation."
Word spread through the battalion that afternoon. The cowboy with the mail-order rifle had broken up a Japanese sniper complex single-handedly. Other Marines wanted to see the lever action. Kowalski demonstrated the rapid-fire capability. 8 aimed shots in under 10 seconds. Captain James Murphy, the battalion intelligence officer, questioned Kowalski about the engagement. Murphy wanted to understand why the lever action had succeeded where bolt actions failed. Kowalski explained the tactical advantage. Japanese snipers relied on brief exposure time. Fire once, disappear before return fire arrived. Bolt-action rifles required 4 to 6 seconds between aim shots, long enough for experienced snipers to relocate. The lever action reduced that time to under 2 seconds. Japanese snipers couldn't reposition fast enough to avoid rapid follow-up shots. Their tactics became liabilities instead of advantages. Murphy asked if other Marines could use similar rifles. Kowalski said lever actions required different shooting techniques. Most Marines trained exclusively with bolt actions. The manual of arms was completely different. Muscle memory, sight picture, trigger control, everything changed. But for Marines already experienced with hunting rifles, lever actions offered significant tactical advantages in close-range jungle fighting. 3 days later, Murphy received authorization to test non-standard rifles in combat conditions. unofficially. No paperwork, no formal approval, just a quiet experiment to see if alternative weapons might save Marine lives. Kowalski became the test case. October 15th, another sniper hunt. Japanese shooters had positioned themselves along a stream bed, using natural concealment to engage Marine patrols crossing open ground. 2 Marines had been killed, 4 wounded. Standard counter-sniper operations had failed to locate the enemy positions. Kowalski deployed alone with his lever-action rifle. Single operator, maximum mobility, rapid engagement capability. He moved through the jungle using techniques learned hunting deer in Wisconsin. Silent movement, patience, reading terrain. He found the first Japanese sniper at 14:30 hours. The shooter was positioned behind a fallen log, camouflaged with vegetation, invisible for more than 50 yards. Professional hide construction. The sniper was experienced, disciplined. Kowalski set up 75 yards away, prone position behind a root system that offered concealment and steady shooting support. The Japanese sniper was focused downrange, watching for American movement across the stream. First shot, center mass hit. The sniper died instantly. Movement to the left caught Kowalski's peripheral vision. Second sniper positioned 40 yards from the first, spinning toward the sound of gunfire. The Japanese shooter was fast, combat experienced, already acquiring Kowalski's position. Lever action advantage. Kowalski fired his second shot while the enemy sniper was still turning. Hit! The second Japanese marksman fell forward into the stream. 2 kills in 6 seconds, but the engagement continued. A third sniper, positioned upstream, opened fire with a Nambu light machine gun. Automatic weapons fire raked Kowalski's position. Bark exploded from trees, leaves shredded. The machine gunner was suppressing Kowalski while other snipers repositioned. Standard response? Take cover, call for support, wait for artillery or airstrikes. Kowalski responded aggressively. He rolled left, found new cover, identified the machine gun position by muzzle flash. The Nambu was firing from a sandbagged position behind a boulder. Well-constructed defensive position, difficult target. Kowalski put 6 rapid shots into the position. Not precision shooting, suppressive fire to disrupt the machine gunner's aim and force him down. The lever action's rapid-fire capability created the effect of multiple rifles shooting simultaneously. The machine gun fire slackened, the gunner was taking cover, couldn't maintain accurate fire under the barrage.
During the lull, 2 more Japanese snipers tried to flank Kowalski from the right. They moved quietly through dense vegetation, almost invisible, professional tactical movement. But Kowalski heard them. Wisconsin hunting had taught him to identify sounds that didn't belong. A branch scraping against equipment, footfall on wet leaves, controlled breathing. He engaged the flanking snipers with his remaining rounds. 4 shots, 2 hits. Both Japanese shooters went down, 1 killed outright, 1 wounded, crawling toward better cover. The machine gun opened fire again. The gunner had regrouped, was laying down sustained fire to cover the wounded sniper's withdrawal. Kowalski was empty. 8 rounds expended. The lever action's box magazine held 8 cartridges, no more. He needed to reload. The Japanese machine gunner knew American sniper rifles held 5 rounds. He'd counted the shots, expected a long pause while Kowalski reloaded his bolt action. Instead, Kowalski dropped the empty magazine, inserted a fresh one, chambered around. Total time, 4 seconds. The lever action's detachable magazine reloaded faster than internal magazines in bolt-action rifles. Kowalski resumed fire immediately. The machine gunner, caught off guard by the continued shooting, exposed himself trying to relocate. Fatal mistake. Kowalski's first shot from the fresh magazine killed the machine gunner. The Nambu fell silent. Silence returned to the stream bed. In 8 minutes, Kowalski had eliminated 6 Japanese positions that had been controlling river crossing points for 2 days. The lever-action rifle's rapid fire and quick reload capability had allowed 1 Marine to accomplish what squad-sized operations had failed to achieve. Marine casualties during river crossings dropped to 0. Word of the engagement reached regiment headquarters. Colonel William Hayes, the commanding officer, requested a demonstration of the lever-action rifle's capabilities. Kowalski showed the rapid-fire sequence: 8 aimed shots in 12 seconds, magazine change in 4 seconds, immediate resumption of fire. Colonel Hayes had been a hunter before the war. He understood the tactical implications. He authorized procurement of lever-action rifles for volunteers with appropriate shooting experience. Unofficial procurement, through private channels, no paperwork. Within 2 weeks, 12 Marines in the regiment carried lever-action rifles, mostly Winchester Model 1895s chambered in .30-06. Some Marines acquired Marlin lever-actions. One corporal from Texas carried a Savage Model 99. All were mail-order rifles shipped from the States by family members. All were mocked as cowboy guns by Marines carrying regulation bolt-actions. All proved devastatingly effective against Japanese sniper tactics. By November 1943, Japanese snipers on Bougainville were avoiding contact with American forces. Intelligence intercepts indicated enemy commanders had issued warnings about American automatic snipers using rapid-fire rifles. The Japanese tactics that had worked effectively for months suddenly became counterproductive.
Japanese sniper teams began operating in larger groups with machine gun support. They adopted hit-and-run tactics instead of extended engagements. Some units withdrew from advanced positions rather than face American counter-sniper fire. The psychological impact exceeded the tactical results. For 18 months, Japanese snipers had dominated jungle warfare. They killed American soldiers and Marines with relative impunity. Individual Japanese marksmen had terrorized entire American units through precise, unpredictable fire. The lever-action rifles reversed that dynamic. Now Japanese snipers faced immediate, overwhelming return fire from concealed American positions. Their brief exposure windows became death traps instead of tactical advantages. By December 1943, American forces reported decreased sniper casualties across the Pacific Theater. Part of that resulted from improved tactics and training. Part came from better equipment and support. But field reports consistently mentioned the effectiveness of rapid-fire rifles in counter-sniper roles. Marine units with lever-action rifles averaged 60% fewer sniper casualties than units with standard bolt-action rifles only. The difference was statistically significant. Lives saved through unconventional weapons. But the lever-action program remained unofficial. No doctrine, no training manual, no formal recognition. Marines acquired the rifles privately, learned to use them through trial and error, shared techniques informally. Kowalski trained other Marines in lever-action shooting. He emphasized speed over precision, rapid engagement over careful stalking, aggressive tactics over defensive positioning, everything contrary to traditional sniper doctrine. His students included Corporal Mike Stevens from Montana, who killed 9 Japanese snipers in 6 days using a Winchester Model 1895. Sergeant Tony Rossi from Pennsylvania, who broke up a Japanese sniper school with sustained rapid fire from a Marlin lever action. Private First Class Jimmy Chen from California, whose lever-action fire saved an entire platoon pinned down by coordinated sniper fire. Each success generated more requests for lever-action rifles. Marines wrote home asking family members to ship hunting rifles. Gun stores in small towns in America sold out of lever-actions as word spread through military families. The Japanese adapted slowly. By early 1944, Japanese units began employing anti-sniper tactics specifically designed to counter rapid-fire rifles. They used decoy positions to draw American fire, then engaged with mortars and artillery. They abandoned individual sniper operations in favor of coordinated team tactics. Some Japanese snipers acquired automatic weapons. Type 96 and Type 99 light machine guns appeared in sniper roles. The Japanese were adapting their tactics to match American innovation. But adaptation came too late. American forces had gained the initiative. Japanese sniper effectiveness had declined significantly.
The psychological advantage had shifted permanently. Kowalski survived Bougainville, fought through the Marshall Islands, participated in the invasion of Saipan. He carried his grandfather's lever-action rifle through 18 months of Pacific combat, officially credited with 31 confirmed kills, unofficially responsible for training Marines who killed hundreds more.
The lever-action rifle program ended with the war. Returning Marines packed their hunting rifles, shipped them home, and never spoke officially about their use in combat. No after-action reports mentioned the weapons. No military historians recorded their impact. But the rifles left their mark. In 1947, the U.S. Marine Corps began testing semi-automatic sniper rifles, weapons capable of rapid follow-up shots without manual operation. The M1C Garand, the M1D, eventually the M21 and M25 sniper weapon systems. All incorporated the tactical lessons learned with lever-action rifles in the Pacific. Rapid engagement capability, quick target reacquisition, sustained fire potential. Daniel Kowalski returned to Wisconsin in 1945, worked at his father's grocery store, married his high school sweetheart, had 3 children, never talked about the war. When pressed, he'd say he was a Marine, fought in the Pacific. That was all. His grandfather's lever-action rifle hung on the wall of Kowalski's den for 43 years, a hunting rifle that had killed deer in Wisconsin forests and Japanese soldiers in Pacific jungles. No plaques, no ceremony, just a tool that had done its job. Kowalski died in 1988, at age 74. His obituary mentioned his military service in one sentence. It didn't mention that his mail-order rifle had changed counter-sniper tactics for an entire generation of American marksmen. Innovation in warfare rarely follows official channels. It comes from soldiers who see problems, find solutions, and don't wait for approval to save lives. Sometimes the best answers come in packages shipped from home.